Yo, what's happening, guys? We're back with the EVO 5. She's getting some more mods today. We've got a set of BC Racing coilovers. These came in yesterday and been itching to get them on the car. Ride height on this EVO stock is way too high. If you can see, it's like a full fist worth of gap. So we need to get that sorted, really. It's way too high. The back, I feel like it's a little bit less, but it does have these big sort of arches, so yeah, it's less so in the back, but really, if you sort of look up, there's loads of room. Unfortunately, I didn't get any spacers, and now I'm feeling like I'm going to need them to sort of bring out the wheel a bit, but we'll get the coilovers installed today, and I could order a set of spacers and fit them very easily, so there's no biggie there really. But yeah, let's get on with the video. We'll jack the car up, get the wheels off, start with the fronts and then move to the backs. So now you got the wheel off. On the EVO 5s, you've got a little bracket for your ABS speed sensor and obviously your brake line. You just want to remove the little metal clip from here and poke it, let it hang loose. And then you want to remove the two 17mm nuts, the bolts, sorry. So I'm going to get my gun on one end and my ratchet on the other. There's one. I'm just going to lift that speed sensor up. See if we can get her in there like that. Nice. And that's two. So I've quickly just put a jack underneath the arm knuckle to like raise it up slightly to let a bit of slack up off the two bolts, and then you either want to get a hammer, or I've got a big screwdriver handy, so just give it a few love taps and get those two bolts out. If you don't jack it up, they might be a little bit difficult to get out, like this bottom one is. So I'm going to let this one down a tiny bit and just see if that wants to come out any easier. Yeah. And that's both of those out. So keep your nuts and your bolts together. Remember which one goes top, which one goes bottom, because they are slightly different. So the one with the big sort of flange around it is the top one, and without is the lower one. Okay, so on the top mounts you'll have three nuts, I believe they're 15mm. You want to waz those out. And keep your three bolts because you're probably going to have to reuse them. Nuts, sorry, not bolts. And then you can pop it through and pull it down from underneath. So with them bolts out, you should be able to give your knuckle a good bit of move. And there you go. Struts should drop out. wiggle it out, and there you go. That's one strut out. You just want to do the same for the opposite side, exact same procedure on the passenger side. Okay, so now we've got the old suspension off. Let's get the BC coilovers unboxed. This is the first time for me getting some BC coilovers, but I only hear good things, I'll be totally honest. We get a nice little certificate, I think. Yeah, EVO 4, 5 and 6. And some stickers, that's nice. But what we really care about are these bad boys. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, those are pretty nice. Sort of like a bronze, bronze finish. I think it's going to look nice from what you're going to be able to see anyway in the strut tower. Nice. Well, might as well get the front ones ready. We'll whack the front ones on and then move on to the back. So I'll get these all laid out and we'll get a little side-by-side shot to see how different they are from the stock ones. So here's a little side-by-side of the old ones. Obviously looking a bit rusty and ratty-tatty. But yeah, that's those. And then compared to the new ones here, so much nicer. Now, I think these come sort of adjusted to what you might want them to be set at. So for me, I think it's going to be worth whacking them on as is, or I might take a quick measurement and we'll see how they look. If I have to adjust them, we'll just whack the wheels off and you can use that wrench they give you just to wind these down and either lower it or higher it. And then with these you can also adjust the stiffness, so you can turn it left for soft or right for hard. Now, not got a clue if it's which way it is. I'm probably going to go for a softer suspension as I do use it on the road. I won't be doing much tracking, but it's nice that you can just adjust the knob and you've got harder or softer suspension. So I think we should get these fitted into the car now and we'll drop the front, see how it looks. Let's get the new coilovers in. So you want to start by lifting up the coilover up into the strut tower until the threaded bolts come through, and then put your nuts on and tighten them up. Next you want to spin your strut round and position your knuckles to where it's obviously going to go, and I'm jacking mine up. Okay, so that's both sides done. Obviously I'm going to whip out the torque wrench and tighten everything up to spec, and then I'll measure the distance on the coils and see if they match both sides. If they do, we can get the wheels back on, drop it, and we'll see, you know, how it looks once it's all settled. So I decided to make a few adjustments with these wrenches they give you, and dropped it less than 1 inch, and we're literally, we could be on the money. Definitely no lower, but I mean, like, for me anyway, that's tucked to me, but obviously it's not tucked. I'm hoping with spacers it doesn't hit the fender, so in the end we might have to actually raise it up, you know, 1/2 inch, but we dropped it less than 1 inch, probably about 0.7, something like that, on both sides. As you can see, the front end just looks way better now, way lower. Same on this side. I think it looks really good, but I don't know if we're going to rub, and you know, with the spacers I'm just hoping we don't hit the fender when they come out. I don't think we will, but yeah, I'm going to leave it as that for now and get on to the back ones. There we have it, guys. That's the rear one off. Let's do the other side. Yeah, that's looking pretty good actually. We can let it settle a little bit more, but I mean, as you can see, there is not much gap left there. Not even 2 fingers worth. I think I could just leave it as is for the backs. Yeah man, that looks so much better now. Way better. But we're in desperate need of spacers. If you can look, if you can see, sorry, you can't even see the tyre from there. Yes guys, so it's about a week later. I ended up lifting the front and the rear by maybe 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. It was just sitting a little bit too low on test drive. It was rubbing a little bit, so I decided to lift it, and I wasn't liking the way it was looking without a set of spacers. It's too tucked in, so I ordered a set from, if it'll focus, Barbarian Racing. I think they're a UK brand. They feel pretty strong, look quite nice, look well made, so we're going to put them on and hopefully solve the issue with this gap. I believe they're only 20 mil. 20 mil. It'll focus, yep, 20 mil spacers. Hopefully that's enough. Obviously don't want it sticking way out. Maybe if it was just, you know, just coming out a little bit, I'd be happy with. But we'll see when they're fitted. So jacked it up, do the front ones, take the wheels off and fit them. There we have it, guys. She's on the ground. Spacers are fitted. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think they're perfect. The 20 mils, I think I'd have to go a little bit bigger, but I don't want to because I don't really like the idea of having the spacers on anyway, because you're just never as safe as you was without them. And 20 mils pretty thick, but I can't lie, there's a difference. You can see a little bit of meat on the tyre sticking out. The rears are a lot better than the fronts, if I can show you that. She sticks out nice. Quite happy with the rears. I may even need to sort of camber it out a little bit, that might help, but I'd have to say it's better than before. We were way too far in. From the side it looks really good. From straight ahead, that's where I'm struggling to see a massive difference. Maybe if I got a bigger wheel that was sort of set out a bit more with the spacers, it'd probably be perfect, but I do like these OZ racing wheels. I don't know if I'm going to keep them, but I like them, so for now they're staying. Lifting it up a little bit I think was perfect. There's still a tiny gap, but I do use this on the regular nearly every weekend, and if I wanted to do a bit of spirited driving, it was rubbing on the fenders really bad, and I don't want that. I don't want to ruin the car. She's a nice example of a Evo 5 and I want to kind of keep it that way. I think the suspension probably needs to settle a little bit still. As you can see, you can just get like 2 fingers in there, just. But yeah, I'm going to say it looks nice, just not as good as I thought it would with these spacers. I might do a little bit of research, see what other people have got on these, any recommendations, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think it's alright? Do you think it needs bigger? What would you guys do? Anyway, that's it for the install. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.